Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Tuesday 11:30 silent meditation. My name is Mike, and so happy to be here with you today. I want to take a moment just to say a few words. I entitled this video "Practice of Cleaning Potatoes," which is perhaps not what you expected of a description for a meditation. What on earth does cleaning potatoes have to do with meditation? Well, the reason I decided to describe that today and to kind of explore that topic with you for just a couple of minutes is from my own practice in Zen, in particular Kwanum Zen, which is of sort of the Korean lineage, the Korean tradition of Zen Buddhism. But in our tradition in Kwanum, our founding teacher, Zen Master Song Sung, I don't want to say, give him credit for having coined this phrase. I think it's more of a Korean perspective. But in particular, he mentioned this one time in one of his talks about the fact that in the kitchen in the West, perhaps even here in the United States, when we clean potatoes, we tend to take one potato, put it under the water, rub it, rinse it, use your hands, put it to the side, get the next potato, put it underwater, so forth. And I think that may have been sort of confounding to him about why we clean potatoes that way. And I believe, if my story is correct, he shared with his students at that time that the Korean way of cleaning potatoes, or the Eastern way of doing so, is to put all the potatoes into one huge bucket. I mean, like a huge vat or a huge bucket, and fill it up with water and all the potatoes, and then put a stick in there and stir them up. And by kind of stirring those potatoes up, all those potatoes that are dirty bump into each other. And then when they bump into each other, guess what? The dirt starts to fall away. And that's the way they clean potatoes. Not this one at a time, one at a time, one at a time. It's using the potatoes to bump into each other to cause friction, that the potatoes become clean. And the reason this story was shared, I believe, by Zen Master Song Sung was to make a point about practice. Here we are practicing together. And if we could do it in person, of course, that's even better, but at least we're doing it here via Facebook Live or Zoom or whatever it might be at this time. But our practice, right, is this idea of cleaning ourselves, loosely using the word cleaning here. Cleaning our mind, clearing our mind, right? And very often we try and do it alone. And you may be one of those kinds of meditators who has tried so hard on your own to get up in the morning and then do it by yourself, and then you try for once or twice and you judge yourself and you think you're terrible at it and you give up. But what's sometimes needed is other potatoes. Is like us here, whether it's just two of us or three of us, or if you're able to do it with a group of people, as we're slowly, maybe not right now with, what's going on with the variant, but hopefully in this coming year of 2022, we're going to start being able to have more and more people coming together to practice in person and put those potatoes next to each other. And quite often when we practice together, again, even in this small way right here on Facebook Live, even though we can't see each other, I mean, you see me, but I can't see you. But this is still a way of us working together, cleaning our minds together, clearing our minds together. And by doing it together, we're like those potatoes bumping up against each other. Especially when we're in person, you can use each other to see, to really see the other person, to see. When we really see the other person, we really see ourselves. And in seeing ourselves, that's when we can learn to put our things down, to clean, right? Is by being in the presence and bumping into other people, our energies and our minds bumping into other people. This helps us. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you, and I'm glad that you're here bumping up against me, even though I can't see you. And even if you're watching this as a recorded video, it doesn't make a difference. But I think in spirit, we're still a couple of potatoes, some potatoes bumping into each other. And I'm thankful for that. And it helps my practice to do this every Tuesday with you, whether I can see you or hear you or not. And I hope one day in the near future, if you're in Central Little Rock, you'll be here in person with me at 11:30 on Tuesdays. If we continue this time slot, if we can do it in person as well. But in the meantime, we're going to keep doing it right here on this Facebook page and on Zoom and however and wherever we can. Let's keep cleaning the potatoes together. Okay, so that's about all I wanted to say right now. I think I want to go ahead and move into our meditation part. So I'm going to take one more sip of my coffee, and you go ahead and get yourself sort of settled in. If you're in a chair or you're on a cushion, whatever it is, maybe just do a little torso twist, take another sip of your coffee or tea if you want to. Maybe a few shoulder rolls or neck rolls, just to loosen up the body, loosen up your muscles. And sometimes, our minds and our bodies are so closely related to each other and connected. When our bodies are tight, our minds can be tight, So sometimes it's nice before doing a meditation to just loosen it up a little bit, loosen the shoulders up, loosen the back up. Okay, so take a moment to settle into your cushion, and one way I always like to start these is to scan my body, starting with the top of my head and then moving through my mind, sort of moving down through my face and jaw and neck. And I'm saying this quickly, but I mean do it a little bit more slowly. But as you move down through your torso and into your hips and bottom half of your body, all the way down to your toes, what we're doing is bringing our awareness to each part of our body. So again, starting with your eyes, or bringing your awareness to your nose, bringing your awareness to your mouth, and to your jaw, and so forth. And as you bring your awareness to each part of your body, just checking in with it, noticing if you're holding anything there, if you're holding any tension. If you're seeing anything at all that is causing you a little bit of discomfort or stress. And if you notice anything that's going on with you, not trying to control it or wish it away or be angry that it's there, whatever it might be, you're just noticing. Just noticing and not judging it. And then as you move down through your legs and knees, all the way down to your feet and toes, you've now scanned your body, checking in with everything, being grateful for all parts of it, even the parts that are a little bit sore or have some discomfort. Doesn't make a difference. Grateful for all of it. And then coming to your breath. Again, bringing your attention to your breath, noticing the inhale, noticing the exhale. Not trying to change anything. Not trying to manipulate your breath and exaggerate it. You're just noticing it. Noticing your chest fill up and rise on the inhale, pulling that air down into your abdomen. And then noticing as you exhale, like air that seeps out of a balloon, your chest deflates and your shoulders drop, till all the air is pushed out. And then naturally it inhales and inflates again. So as we now move into our 15 minutes of just silence, if thoughts begin to bombard you and thoughts begin to distract you, but just come back to that breath. Come back to noticing your breathing. Because the thoughts will come, they always do, and they always want to distract. But that's okay. Much like the pain in your knees or your back or your shoulders that you may have noticed when you were scanning. They're there, the thoughts are there, but they're not permanent. Thanks for being a potato with me today and bumping up against me. 22. Take care. Bye-bye.